In today's video, we're gonna check out top 3 best Canon zoom lens. Starting at number 3. Canon f85mm f1.2 L2 USM lens. The 85mm is likely one of my favorite focal lengths, and as such, I have gone through my share of 85mm lenses. None have stood out to me as much as the Canon f85mm f1.2 L2 USM. With an aperture as creamy as their Canon f50mm f1.2 L USM lens, the 85mm delivers at a much longer focal length. It's ideal for a variety of distance shoots, such as pets or candid portraits. This lens is all metal, and can definitely survive some drops and hits. Canon's L-quality glass makes this lens a must-see for professional photographers. You'll notice the difference in sharpness, color, contrast, and vignetting. The Canon f85mm f1.2 L2 USM is not a lens for beginners. It comes with a steep learning curve. But it will change your world once you try it. Check out the description for more information and latest price. Coming at number 2. Canon f35mm f1.4 L USM. Just as much a celebrity in the photography world as the 50mm. The 35mm grew to fame with its multitude of applications in videography use. As such, every camera brand on the planet has 100 different versions of the same lens. Canon have a rather memorable one. The Canon f35mm f1.4 L2 USM is an updated version of its predecessor with notable improvements. This lens is not small or light, but it is an impressive performer. The lens focuses to 11 inches, impressive for a 35mm. This lens is very sharp, especially for being so wide open. There is a big jump in clarity from other models, especially when compared to the Tamron or Sigma equivalent. You'll get the best quality photos when shooting at f1.4, with the company's most demanding image sensor, the 50MP full frame. And number 1 of this list. Canon f50mm f1.2 liters. Next to the 35mm, the nifty 50 is likely the most iconic camera lens of all time. It's been used since photography's inception. The 50mm lens has continued to entice and dazzle photographers to this day. But with its popularity comes the tedious task of determining which 50mm to use. There are hundreds to choose from. Canon supersedes all. The Canon f50mm f1.2 L USM is the sharpest 50mm at a faster aperture than f1.4. The colors and contrast are dazzling, and for creamy bokeh lovers, this lens delivers. Built very solid, the lens does have a substantial weight to it. But that is easy to overlook once you take a peek at its image quality. Intended for full-frame bodies, the Canon f50mm f1.2 L USM has an extremely fast autofocus. This is not very common for wide aperture lenses. I've always preferred lenses that give me a range to play with. And you can always bump this baby up to f1.8 if the f1.2 is too shallow for you. But it's better to have the option of doing so than not. All of these items are available on Amazon. I have included all the links in the description. You can check out these links for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button below, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.